Keep it locked in with us for your daily dose of hot tea only on Win Media 98.9.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to another episode of Island Tea with your faves, Kevon and Azem, featuring Jade, Gwenisha, Gwyneth Paltrow, Idita, CPL Queen, Johnson.
What's going on?
Morning. We're back.
Jade,
Tuesday.
your voice sounds very masky.
For true? The mastic man. You touch
The mastic.
this thick CPL mass boy. Let's say, you know how much days I was running up the steps, I'm dying. Had to pull it down for a quick second to breathe. But I like them though.
But yeah, being able to inhale is something that we probably took for granted prior to 2020.
That says a lot.
Okay, now we come on first, bye.
You look disgusted, I made no way. But I ain't got nothing to do with us.
Ain't got nothing to do with us.
No. They say we fault.
But guys, how did you enjoy your Independence weekend?
Great, because I relaxed.
I did the same. I just, stayed inside with the little one. I'm afraid to go outside. Outside look very COVIDous. COVIDous. That's my new word, COVIDous.
COVIDous? Okay.
Yes. It looks like I could feel like I could see the corona in the air. So I'm trying to avoid it at all costs.
I got you.
Yeah,
you.
man.
Yeah, what about you, Kevon? Just glad you didn't have to put out any fires.
Right. Finally.
That's not funny. It is work still.
I was busy this weekend.
Who are you?
Nevis,
Oh yes, there was things happening in the Culturama time.
Culturama.
Right.
Yeah, and yeah, it was good. I think there were 2 shows. Well, there was actually 4 shows. So there was the culture part on Thursday, which was like a display of culture.
Mm.
So, and how many string bands we have in St.
How many did you count?
Well, I know there's several in Nevis. I know there used to be the string band. Most of the guys are from Newtown.
Of course.
I don't know how many.
Exists.
Like yeah, and if well, we don't hear from them more. Like string band is a serious thing in Nevis.
I feel like
It's a serious thing in Anguilla too.
I feel like a lot of the things that we used to hold dear to our hearts culturally, they're kind of dwindling. I feel like people don't pay attention to them like they used to anymore.
Do you believe that we have a limit on how much culture we could pay attention to? The reason I'm saying is like we expect culture to evolve and things to keep like changing and becoming more and more. Things can change.
Yeah.
Things can change.
Right.
There will be party, there will be whatever. Do you believe that it's feasible for us to hold on to everything and some things can get lost along the way?
I think some things have been lost along the way, not going to get lost. Like some of them done been lost, but I feel like we need to do a better job of trying to preserve these things because, like, I remember as a child going to watch parade there, and I used to see like a plethora of things, like people jumping over fox, the macajumbies, the masquerades, the clowns.
Right.
Them 4 things still exist though.
There was something.
Yeah, they exist, but I feel like the presence of it is dwindling. Like they still exist for sure, but I just feel like we haven't really seen them like we used to anymore. Like
there were other ones that I used to see as
So
well.
there were different games, and kudos to the Department of Culture because I know they brought back some of them last carnival.
Mm-hmm.
The David and Goliath. The David and Goliath, I don't know about Nigger Business. Nigger Business might have been one of them that you might not want children playing.
That's all like some adult fun right there, boy.
I mean, that sounds like some of your daily lives, but
Yeah,
the one you probably are missing that is a staple still is the bull.
the mansion ball.
So yes, I know there's
I tell her the mansion bull make me quiet, like.
You know what, Jade?
Anyway.
I'm not gonna get on you for that because I do believe like that is something that a lot of people
That's what the
share.
mansion ball does.
I think a lot of people share that
If
experience.
you was gonna get on me for that, that's your business. I was gonna feel away.
No.
I had
mansion
a
ball was-
legit logical reason to go, you know.
No,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
But
I
no,
think
it was always presented to be something scary. Like it was always this scary thing.
I
yeah.
tell you, I cried. I ran from Bank Street to my dad's office on Kevon Street, and I cried. Yeah, fun times.
Fun times. Yeah, boy. You gotta love carnival and trauma.
Yes.
But anyway, so like I think they've been trying to preserve some of them, but I was very curious about the string band. Like I just haven't been seeing string bands around.
No.
I see them all the time. Look, I've been in random islands and ran into like the honeybees from Nevis. Like I've been in Montserrat, and you're just passing and like, wait, that ain't David Freeman.
And the Newtown string band, right? It used to be everywhere, you know.
What the name was? I can't remember the name.
You just go down
Oh,
there
remember,
and
you know
them
who used to
down
freak me
there.
out too? Jade, you know who used to freak me out too? I can't remember his name. Oh man, so I can't even jump on your case for the mansion ball thing. The guy who just go on as it touched my long beard.
What?
Oh yes,
Who the
yes.
You know who I mean, right? Azem?
Yes.
I don't.
Yes.
Who? He used to do what?
There's a guy who used to have a really
Long beard. Mm-hmm.
and he used to walk around with like a crew of people, and he used to say, "Touch my long beard," like he used to, and oh my god, terrifying.
Listen, that sounds scary.
It is.
I'm not going to lie.
It is.
A bit. That sounds a bit creepy. Like big creepy.
It's very
vibes.
creepy.
There was another one. There was one that was played in Nevis too that was interesting to me. All the Japanese girls.
I think I remember that one.
Yeah, never heard about that.
Yeah.
I don't think I can't say I remember it. I think I remember a troupe like that, but I don't remember like
They had
folklore.
geishas, right?
There was like they just danced to like first they danced to like traditional Japanese music, and I know I probably screwed that up, but
Study that.
and then they danced to string band music as well. By the way, I love string band music. Anyway, moving
No,
on.
Nevis string band sweet for Chuminga. Like on a random Sunday, one time we went over to Nevis, and it was like me and Elton them and fans and stuff, and we went to somebody's backyard, and a string band showed up, and I was like,
String bands, they just shop, I tell you.
this is entertainment at its finest, boy. Just on a random Sunday.
You know what I love about string bands? I love the string band, like in Anguilla,
The
right?
strings.
Yeah, strings, yes. But also, I love the string bands that do like popular music. Like
In their own word.
I remember the first time I heard a string band playing. Sometimes I feel just like crying. I was like, what?
What? I don't know about this.
What going on here?
I don't know about this.
But yeah, like I like the string bands that do like string band versions of like updated new music.
Yeah, somebody said we had Japanese girls.
Oh yeah, Japanese girls?
Yeah.
Okay. Well yeah, they gotta be Nevis again.
Well, there you go.
And I don't think any of them are actually from Japan.
No,
Like why is that not cultural appropriation?
it is.
Okay.
However.
but the Japanese don't care.
No. There has to be a victim for it to be a crime.
But let me ask you a question. If tomorrow, right, there's like a parade in like this might not be a good one. But no, I was gonna give an example. But let's say there's like the Macy's Day parade, right? And there's like a bull troop.
What are we gonna do?
Do you think like people
No,
kick
boy,
up?
they're gonna be like, what? We gonna put...
I believe they're gonna kick up.
Not me, boy. I don't
I
believe
believe
so.
right now, given the present climate, they're
No
gonna kick
time.
up. They
Especially...
kick up over the man using Juve and they ain't belong to them.
Yeah, that's different.
What?
Yeah, different too. I'm gonna
How
lie.
is that
I
different?
don't know what it is. Kitchens going to be happy to see a bull in the Macy's Day parade. Text that I tell you.
It is.
May one, you know?
Okay.
May one.
It only take one person to say, oh, but they ain't giving credit to St. Kitts or they ain't giving credit to, and that's it. Everybody can jump on the case.
Oh,
Jade.
they're gonna decide it's a mansion bull.
Jade, the bull story is unique to St. Kitts.
Yeah,
It
but-
literally happened on a plantation
No,
in
no,
St. Kitts.
I know that. But you know, how they're gonna decide it's a mansion bull? Like, you can't just see a bull and be like, yeah, that's a mansion bull. Suppose a man just dress up in a bull costume.
You know, I think we should introduce the dragons.
The dragons that don't belong to us? Oh, you mean? Oh, yeah.
Dragons
No,
of
like,
La Amigo.
yeah, it's about to
Our
say,
dragons,
no,
Jade.
we have
Our dragons.
Yeah, yeah. Somebody said we had cowboys and Indians too. More appropriation.
Yeah, Cowboys and Indians, yeah, I remember that.
So we're saying
I think,
it's a big.
I think they played that last year too. They played in the square.
So we're just a
Because-
big cultural appropriating country.
No, I think all this thing about people just getting upset because people mimic what other people doing is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, sometimes
That's literally how culture moves.
it does.
Literally.
Have you not
Speaking of
seen
Juve.
dance halls? Have you not seen dance hall scene in Asia?
Brother,
Biggest.
in Asia, the
around the
dance
world.
hall queen, they had an official dance hall queen competition that happened. This Japanese girl used to win it every year.
Yeah, you know.
But the girl had,
Why?
you couldn't take it from her. Like,
She had.
Because guess why? You know
Usually-
why? Because she's a dance hall queen for life.
and mashing up the place like
I
dynamite.
tell you. But speaking of Juve, the drink, right? That almost happened. Y'all said this new drink in Nevis?
I saw it, but I can't remember the name of it.
Man,
That's some new drink.
But, no, it's like I
Hold on,
don't know.
let me try to
boy.
put it up quick.
That they are sexy. I don't know what it called, but it blue. Let me see if I can find it on Mac page, because of course.
Yeah, that's exactly where I go.
So it's like something that's regulated and thing, or something that somebody built in the.
No, this ain't a basement backyard store,
So,
you know.
Okay.
you know that Nevis is on its journey to diversify the economy.
Boy,
This was
look.
one of them. I tried to find it quick. Here we go. So it's called Niviq. So
Niviq.
it's
Niviq, yes.
Niviq.
Okay.
Clifton
And
Estate.
it looks very similar to like
Alize.
Yeah.
Alizé / Hypnotic.
I feel like if I drink it, my stomach gonna start to like just grow
But it's-
butterflies and all kind of stuff.
It's made in
So the
Nevis.
drink look.
It's made in Nevis by Clifton Estate Rum. So
That's vibes.
it's interesting.
I want some.
Interesting.
Yeah, I need whoever listening from Nevis to send us over a bottle so we could try it. We meaning me, because Azem don't drink and Kevon in here, so
We.
yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna take one for the team, don't worry.
Yeah, nothing.
One
I'm not going sunshine and Kevon can go.
Wow. Kevon, Azem alone said that. That was uncalled for by me.
Jade.
That was like unprovoked violence.
What?
Yeah, that was unprovoked.
I just stating facts.
Yeah, but like,
You want to use fighting words this early morning, you see?
yeah, to try, like, jeez.
Anyway, just wrapping up the Nevis thing. Congratulations to Soca Empress, who won the Groovy segment in the Soca Monarch, and big up to Easy, who won the Power segment.
Yep.
And then also this is actually in the things for us to discuss today. So if you want to just
We
jump
could.
into tea
But
time
before
real
we
quick.
do that, right? We have to send a very special birthday shout out to the man with many hats.
Oh,
Yes.
Rondon?
Of course.
Of course. Happy birthday, Rondon.
Happy
Rondon.
birthday, friend.
big up yourself, G.
We'll have a drink today, even though you don't really drink. I can.
Jade is such a bad influence.
No.
Jade is such a bad influence.
What? How?
Please don't spoil up. Rondon, enjoy your day.
He doesn't
And don't
drink
let- and don't let
like
Jade-
that.
and don't let Jade spoil
But
it.
he drinks. One drink. One drink.
Well, you want to put him
So we can have
on
one.
the radio.
It's you know.
The man
You
tell
just
you, the man tell you put your business on the radio. Rondon, enjoy your day. Happy birthday from the LNT team.
yes.
What hat you gonna wear today?
Huh? What?
What hat you was gonna wear today?
The birthday one.
The birthday hat.
A birthday hat. A party hat.
Party.
Oh dear, what were we talking about before?
Hollywood.
Yes. King? No, ain't he?
Yeah.
Is he?
What? King Hollywood?
That's the same on the right.
Yes. Slow
that-
down.
What did I say? What did I say? I said, this man don't look familiar, boy.
Yeah, friend of the show.
Yeah, man.
He's a friend of the show. He was here before.
I tell you, I thought the man was a real Calypsonian.
Who's?
Oh, yeah, mainly listeners. Not
Oh, the
us,
listeners.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, the man wanted
I just can say,
whole
what kind of
crowd.
incriminating messages Jade sending out to you?
No. I mean, not us. We clearly know because he wrote a whole traffic song.
An 8-minute song about slowing down.
Boy, and
Slow
the more you
down.
listen, the worse you get, boy.
Be careful on the road. Slow down.
But yeah,
Don't make this an episode.
I'm telling you, big up to King Hollywood for winning that crown, man. What song he win with? Who this? Where a fireman in the station?
Jade.
There's a fireman?
Jade.
There's a fireman, I think?
No.
Oh, never mind. Continue. Who this? What uniform this? No, but what uniform this for Joe?
That's Coast Guard.
Man, I asked you.
I think it's Coast Guard.
What we do? What's the boy do? Where the coast guard here?
Jade, I don't. I was on the CR weekend, but I think I'm okay.
You
We
see?
get in trouble?
As him come from Nevis and the coast guard showed up. Oh God.
We'll check on him on the break. Let him cool
Yeah,
over
man.
there, the AC on.
Yeah, he
But
got Hey, what's she in the studio? So he clearly ain't important.
yeah, but his
So another saga in the Chucksy thingy.
What?
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 This
What?
is like a.
As a minute now. The
Oh!
Coast Guard truck. In the mix at the Coast Guard shop, you know what I mean?
Oh,
Oh,
God.
boy.
But, no, it's
I was
okay.
not one of the torturers, guys.
No, man.
I was not one of the Sinkits
The Sankit
torturers.
version. The Sankit. What I call them?
That's a petition torturers.
Yeah, but like the Sankit branch. The organization.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't in it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Jade said the Sinkers branch.
They had many. There was the Antigua branch, St. Kitts branch,
Dominica.
the Dominica branch,
Yeah.
is India,
India.
the India branch.
Mhm.
This organization big, so we just
And at one point, the Cuba branch got they thought he was in Cuba.
Bye. Anyway, big up King Hollywood on his big win. You hear?
Yeah, so he sang, oh my, I feel bad. I know gratitude is a must.
Gratitude is a must. Yeah.
Gratitude
Not
is
that
a
one.
must was one of the songs.
Okay. I can tell what he
And
win with. Hold on.
his first
Do you want me to
song.
read it? I could read it. I have it.
Yes.
Okay, dating friend.
Read it.
So King Hollywood has created history as the first Calypsonian to be crowned back-to-back at the TDC-sponsored Senior Kaiso final competition. Scoring 800 points with his two songs, A Feelin' It and Gratitude is a Must, King Hollywood edged out This and That by 2 points, who received a total of 798 with his songs The Gospel and That's Not We Culture. Securing the second runner-up spot was Astro with his songs Flowers and The Captaincy, and received a total of 773 points. King Hollywood previously won crowns in 2011, 17, and reigned in 2019. The TDC-sponsored Kaiso Senior competition took place on Saturday, September 18th at the David Freeman Center of Excellence at Market Shop, Gingerland, Nevis.
Brother, let me tell you something, right? It was so cool. First, let me say that the competition was pretty keenly contested. There were a lot of people who felt like This and That really put up a strong fight, and I think that's and actually This and That is a master. This and That is a master. The way he writes his songs. Mm-hmm. But also that. So Hollywood, what I thought was really cool, like, you know, he's the first Calypsonian to repeat. There had never been a repeat king in Nevis. Right, so that was cool. And then on top of that, as he was accepting his crown, he let it be known that he announced that he was retiring from the arena, but that his son will be continuing. His son is Akido, and has been
that's the young man from Nevis that used to win all the crowns.
No, I think you're thinking about Suki.
There was a young man from Nevis.
That's a whole different conversation, eh?
Sorry,
because
I don't know again. I know there, boy.
The youth Calypso thing over there on a level, eh? You got Invincible. You got Invincible. You have Akido. You have Suki now. He's now in the senior competition. And I can tell you something. If Suki win a crown in Nevis, he ain't getting it back. He ain't getting it back. That's it. Nobody could take it from him. Youngster hard. But I thought Akido should have made it into the finals, but I'm not a judge. No. So, I think that was cool. You know, you retire on the 2-peat, and then let everybody know my son coming next.
So you know I can do it, but
yeah, I thought that was real cool.
Yeah.
Calypso jiggy.
Trust me, my favorite type of anyway. Everybody could guess my favorite type of Calypso.
Oh, I thought I was gonna say drill, but okay.
What are you talking about, sir?
Yeah, this really make me like don't know what to do sometimes.
Y'all ain't do nothing. One person do something, so don't say y'all.
Yeah, you need to talk to Kevon. You really need to stop that. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah, but it was a good competition. I think a lot of people really tuned in overseas and stuff like that. It was cool. Then they had a fashion show on Sunday, on Independence Night.
Nevis was doing it, man.
And yeah, that was cool too. So
vibes.
Yeah, vibes all over.
Who was in it?
A lot of Nivision. A lot of Nivision designers. And some of which are actually friends of the show. At least 2 designers have been on the show in other capacities. Kezi is a designer. Cricket Patriot Kezi is a designer as well. What else he gonna be doing? He designs like athleisure. That's what they call it.
Athleisure?
Athlete, like them athlete wear, like gym clothes and stuff.
What?
Vaughn also had a line.
That makes sense.
And his clothes, of course, had paint on it.
It would be uncivilized if it didn't.
Yeah. So yeah, at least 2. There were some very cool designs. One of the.
I think they didn't bring back nothing.
Watch it. Just be glad they didn't bring back Corona. Okay.
Facts upon facts.
But no, there were a bunch of really cool designs. There was this one designer who everything was what do they call that? Knitted, like wool.
Yeah.
Crocheted.
Yeah, crocheted. Yeah.
Okay. That's nice. Maybe sound like, even though the Culturama wasn't in the capacity that We all hope
and
so to be.
and he got postponed. Remember, this isn't.
Oh yeah, because it's supposed to be earlier than this.
It's supposed to be emancipation time.
Yes. That's. I mean, kudos to all who made it happen. Kudos to Honorable Eric Evelyn. I think that's who.
Yeah, Eric Evelyn.
Yeah, okay.
And he was watch here.
Hey mother.
Watch. No.
Oh.
That no. It's not that he did model, but the question is easier for us to decide what he didn't do.
What do you mean?
The man danced, the man model, the man was in a play, the man was watch here. This man got to act. This man really is the minister of culture. Yesterday I see the man playing steel pan. I was like, what?
Listen, if you're going to take over a ministry, you have to be well versed, okay?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
And he is well.
He versed in everything by the man was a cakewalk, which is some kind of traditional dance. The man played steel pan. The man was in a skit. The man was in all kind of things, yeah.
Oh, he fine. Okay. He always clearly got more than ours. He did got more hours than ours.
Bye.
For you to be able to do all of that and still have to do your...
He commentate one night.
And he still have to do his ministerial duties?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
That's vibes. Big up Mr. Evelyn one time.
Yeah, he give out awards, but he do all kind of thing.
What?
Yeah, do all
I
kind
like
of
it.
thing.
That's how you suppose. If you gonna be a minister, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
Okay? That is how you do it. What time it is? Because our friends from Traffic Talk are here.
I am for traffic.
Today is Tuesday.
Today's Tuesday, Jade.
Talking trash.
It's the tease.
Sorry, I'm still on vacation.
It's the tease.
Yeah, and I'm still on. You know, we usually don't have Monday then Tuesday. So.
Yeah, we didn't have Monday then Tuesday this week. Yeah, it just went to Tuesday.
Bye.
Wow.
I just woke up and it was Tuesday. I was back at work. But yeah, sorry, we have Talking Trash with our friends from the Solid Waste Department. You know, a good friend looking all nice. Is it your birthday? No, you just look nice all the time? Wow.
See, Nama, let's put it out there.
That's
When
serious, man.
she came in and started giving you your compliments, I let her know straight up. Nama looks good all the time. So don't.
That's how, boy, I won't be like you when I go up, boy. You just wake up early and do this every day. Let me stop you. Okay. Serious time. We will take a short break, guys. I will be right back with more Island Tea right here with Media Scan. Stay tuned.
If you say you love your little dear country, try to do something positively. Be a watchdog for the environment. Don't leave everything to the government. We dump our garbage anywhere, lit on the streets everywhere. Our behavior is telling me that we really don't care. Take some pride in your country. Volunteer to clean where it's dirty. Tourism development needs a healthy environment. Whenever we litter, we threaten our survival. So those who engage in it should be treated like criminals. So don't be afraid at all if they call you an informer. Report those who endanger our future. So if you really love this blessed land, this situation demands attention. Think about the future generation. Do what we can to preserve this island. The laws for littering we must enforce. We have to let justice take its course. If you are a proud citizen, you have the right, you have a reason to save this land from destruction. You have an obligation to become involved in anything which affects this nation.
The Solid Waste Management Corporation, SWMC, is working hard each and every day to keep St. Kitts clean. Our primary mandate is to collect household waste while maintaining the engineer sanitary landfill in Connery. While it is the responsibility of businesses to see to it that their garbage is properly collected and disposed of at the landfill, the SWMC offers a commercial waste disposal service with our NOSI program. We also offer a bin rental service where persons can rent large bins to do community cleanups or other waste disposal activities. Additionally, our headquarters in Taylor's Range include state-of-the-art conference rooms for rental. So when you're hosting another event, consider using the SWMC conference facilities. We want to continue serving you by keeping our environment clean, because at the SWMC, waste matters. For more information, call our office at 465-9507.
Kevon, I think you're muted.
Yeah, I was.
You may proceed.
Welcome back to Island Tea with your faves, Kevon and Azem, featuring Jade, Gwenisha Johnson. And it's now time to jump into Talking Trash with our friends from Solid Waste. Welcome and good morning.
Thank you so much. And a happy Independence to everyone out there. I had an amazing one. I'm not sure about y'all though. How was it for you guys?
It was quiet.
I had a good one.
I did nothing.
Oh dear. Not even just up a little bit?
So go away.
Jade was recovering from CPL. That's what was happening.
Oh,
To go.
we won. Congratulations to us. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that was fantastic.
Right? Trust me.
Oh,
what an
girl,
experience.
that last match was absolutely amazing.
I almost passed out twice, so yes, it was quite so, because I was literally on the ground watching, like,
Me
please,
too.
Please.
Yes.
You ran away from Solid Waste to go cricket?
I took my vacation day.
Oh, you're smart.
Yes, I'm that patriotic.
But you want to...
No, I thought that's what she's telling me. I was going to say, would
Like
you?
she looking to get tired, man. I had no photos as evidence, but
I can't prove you was there.
You were too busy holding your breath.
yes, but I did take my vacation day to make sure that I go and support the Patriots. And
Truly patriotic of you.
Definitely. I try. So good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us in yet another segment of Talking Trash right here on Win FM 98.9. Talking Trash comes your way every Tuesday morning, 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. I'm your presenter, Nama. And in today's segment, we'll be discussing derelict vehicles and white goods and the fire hazard they pose to our communities and the environment. And to educate us a little bit more on that topic, I have with me Sergeant Williams. And could you kindly do the honors of introducing yourself properly, the full title, and tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Thank you very much. Good morning, all. I am Fire Substation Officer Level 2, Mr. Rommel Williams. And I have been with the fire department for 20 years. Actually, November coming will make 21 years since I've been with the fire department. And I must say that I am quite happy to be on this show. I was somewhat, I don't know if I should describe it as surprised, but when I received the call and to be on this show, it was around the time where I had just more or less reported a issue I was having with dumping of garbage in my area. So when I got the call, I was like, yes, perfect timing. Perfect timing.
The universe speaks by.
I'm saying. Indeed. So yes, again, I'm quite happy to be here, and I'm looking forward to see what comes out of the show.
And we're super glad to have you. And I know you have a lot to tell us, and you have a lot to educate us on. And so I think without further ado, let's first start with, something super basic. Do derelict vehicles and white goods pose a fire hazard in the first place?
Well, they do actually, and anything that is disposed and how it is disposed has the potential of being a fire hazard. I as it relates to the derelict vehicle, I'm not going to go into the fire side of it yet. Derelict vehicles are an obstacle. They are an obstruction, especially when it comes to our response. It reduces our response time because it is probably left in an area where we cannot get to because this vehicle is there. It can't move. It has no wheels. We have no devices or equipment that could move it at the time. And so it becomes an obstacle. Sometimes it is left too close to fire hydrant, so we can't use the fire hydrant, and the next fire hydrant is like 500 feet away. So it takes more time, and it might be blocking the entrance to the property that we're trying to get into. So now we have to go over this vehicle. Okay? So the derelict vehicle, yes, they do pose some challenges for us in many instances. So we more or less plead to the public when it comes to derelict vehicle, if it's not going to be used ever again, dispose of it properly at the solid waste. If you have your own property, put it in your yard, preferably.
Actually, they're not supposed to have it in their yard
Right,
either.
but I'm just saying,
Yes.
for the fire side, get it off the street. More preferably, get it properly disposed of.
Yes.
Okay, that way it would not be an obstacle. Now, it being a fire hazard, however, sometimes the vehicle is left there for a very long time. Normally, we don't have fires, vehicle just catching on fire. Yes, it normally lit by someone. You know, maybe a homeless person or someone who might have maybe a mental problem, or maybe even children. Because over time, what happens is that the derelict vehicle becomes a garbage bin.
Yes.
You start to dispose of garbage inside of the vehicle, and then, you know, during the holidays, the children, they're really mischievous. They might just light the garbage, and then you have a fire. They become more of a hazard when they are dumped, like in fields, maybe like in a where we don't have much cane fields anymore, but you have a lot of grasslands and shrubs. And when you have the derelict vehicle disposed of in the shrubs, and then you have a brush fire, now this becomes involved in the fire. And sometimes the gas tank is still attached. And depending on how long the vehicle has been there, it may have fuel inside the tank still, which now poses a threat of explosion.
Right.
So now we are at risk of becoming injured by flying pieces of metal, maybe from the tank or from the vehicle itself. So that too, in that instant, the vehicle is a hazard because it is now, it changed the dynamics. We're not just dealing with a bushfire now. We're dealing with a vehicle inside of the bushfire. So we have to be extra cautious now. Yes, so I don't know if you want me to go into the white goods or if you want to ask any questions.
No, definitely. Definitely
Okay.
go right into the white goods. How do they pose a threat?
As it relates to the white goods, now, fire department, we are involved not just in firefighting. We assist environment. We assist almost everybody. We're like the assisting agency.
Okay.
We assist everybody.
Yes.
So the white goods, they are a hazard not just to us as firefighters. They are environmental hazards. They are a hazard to public health because over time, what happens, they become a harborage for rodents and insects and stagnant water and that kind of stuff. And again, most of these you find them, they're being dumped in fields. And in most cases, whenever we encounter white goods, they're always involved in a bushfire. In most cases, they're involved in a bushfire. And it is a lot. And what happened in the case of a refrigerator has refrigerant. It is a gas or liquid gas inside. And this is dumped into a field. It becomes involved in a fire, and now we have a potential for explosion. Again. Not to mention the material that it is made from, the plastic inside. And anything that burns, when I joined the fire department, I was taught that anything that burns is toxic, no matter what it is. Once it burns, the gases that are given off, it is highly toxic. And when it comes to dry goods, the paint, the plastic, as a matter of fact, some of the gases, just to name a few, that are given off in smoke. You have nitrogen oxide, you have sulfur dioxide, you have volatile organic chemicals, you have polycyclic organic matter. And these are, I don't even want to go into the science of it because it's going to take all day.
Yes.
Just so persons are aware of some of the dangerous gases that are associated with burning white goods. Smoke itself, you have nitrogen dioxide, you have particle matter, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, and the list goes on.
Right.
And all of them, they are harmful to the human health. And when it reaches to a point where we start to talk about dioxins, very and highly toxic, and this poses a lot of problems to respiratory systems, immune systems, reproductive systems.
Right. Yeah.
So when we dispose of our garbage, for us, all I'm saying is that I'm getting my garbage disposed of. But it goes away from you in one farm, but it comes back in another farm.
Right.
But when it is involved in a fire, all that smoke comes back to you and you're inhaling your garbage. And so it even becomes incorporated into the food chain. Because what happens now, the dioxins, they attach themselves to plants and the grass and that type of stuff, and the animal eats it.
Exactly, yes.
The animal ingests that, and it is stored in the animal's fat. We take the animal to the abattoir, and then it is sold, and we take that back in. So it is a cycle. So persons, we have to be extremely, extremely careful when it comes to disposing of our garbage. Do it properly. And having garbage pile up. Now, the science of fire, once you have garbage pile up and it keeps piling up, over time, heat is generated at the bottom.
Right, yes.
And it gets hot enough where you have a spontaneous combustion where it ignites on its own, because it reaches the adequate ignition temperature hot enough. You already have oxygen and the garbage is fuel, so you have a fire. And as mentioned, the type of gases and stuff that is given off from garbage fires, it is extremely, extremely, extremely toxic, and it causes serious problems to both health and environment.
Right. So, I mean, you've touched on so many types of, in terms of disposal, how we dispose and how it could affect us, tying it back to us. You spoke about basically illegal dumping that we speak about all the time, that we've been preaching since Rock of Ages was a pebble, that when you illegally dump, you basically, it's going to come back to harm you in one form or another.
It will.
But not just illegally dumping, but even having waste accumulating within your own property could be harmful. And going back to the derelict vehicles, they present an obstacle. So that derelict vehicle that you are holding on to for dear life can actually determine whether or not you live at some point in time.
It can.
So tell me a little bit more. Have you had any incidents where, because I know my cousin is a firefighter, and he spoke to me about the 1 second that matters. So over your 20 years of experience, can you tell me if a derelict vehicle has ever caused such an obstacle where it has caused or almost caused for someone to perhaps not survive or to be severely harmed or anything of the sort over your experience in St. Kitts?
Well, in my experience, we have encountered derelict vehicles. However, in my time, I can't say that I have encountered a vehicle that has caused so much of a delay that it posed a threat, or there was potential for a person to lose life or entire property. But what in my encounter, what it is more of it delays our response because of where it is parked, and sometimes it does not affect the person who has it there. It is affecting where we need to get to. Okay, and so what happened is that because this vehicle is parked there, it takes so much time to maneuver that the amount of damage that was done could have been avoided had that vehicle not been parked there. So this is most of what I would have encountered, not that the vehicle belonged to the person where we are responding, and it caused them to almost lose their life or lose their property. In most cases, the vehicle we don't even know who it belongs to. It's just there, and it delays our time. So if that had not been there, like I mentioned, we would have gotten to the place in a quicker time and would have been able to save more. We still be able to save the property, but the amount of damage that was done could have been reduced or prevented had that vehicle not been there.
And I can tell you this. When you show up as a fire department and want to know who this vehicle belongs to, no one is going to claim it. But when we, as solid waste, show up
and take it up,
and we say we want to take it up, oh my. They have use for it, and it's all of a sudden it's no longer there, and it has an owner.
Yes.
And so I think we need to sort of appeal to individuals in terms of being your brother's keeper or being your sister's keeper. It's not just about you. It may not be obstructing the fire department from coming to you, but it is obstructing from going to someone else.
Yes.
And so we need to definitely be mindful of that. You spoke about waste being accumulated and causing spontaneous combustion and so forth. Do we have a lot of incidents of that in the Federation?
No. Not well. You see, the thing is, when we respond to a garbage fire, well, in most cases, the garbage is not piled up. It is spread off. So we know that chances are that this was not spontaneous combustion. It was lit by someone.
Okay.
And a lot of times, the garbage was not lit, but because where the garbage was dumped, it becomes involved. Again, the same as a derelict vehicle. Persons going to dump the garbage in the shrubs. And then sometimes, especially during the dry season, we have a lot of bush fires. Some of them, they are lit intentionally, and some are lit otherwise. Maybe children, because we have that, maybe from other means. But however it was started, and now we have another dynamic coming into play because we have to deal with the garbage now, which send off even more toxic gases than the bushfire itself. And so to say that we encounter many spontaneous combustion from as it relates to garbage, I can't say that we do, I can't say that we don't. I know there would have been instances where we responded to fires on the landfill. And we know that the landfill, the garbage is piled up and it is covered, and so you have garbage deep down.
Yes.
And that is expected from time to time. And so we know for sure that was, because I don't think, and I know that the landfill don't light fires. They don't burn garbage.
No.
They cover. And they cover, and then over time, the garbage deteriorates, and then but sometimes we do have some fires on the landfill, spontaneous combustion, because of the amount of heat is at the bottom. They just ignite, and then the gas that is produced from the garbage. So you cannot avoid that.
I recall, I believe we took one of the classes from Kevon High School to see some of that, and definitely it does happen.
Yes.
So from your perspective and from your years of experience, what would you encourage us to do in terms of mitigating some of these challenges in terms of the derelict vehicles, the white goods, the illegal dumping or improper disposal of our waste, so that it can make your job easier and make us as a community safer?
See, for me, even fire department, sometimes we are posed with some of these similar challenges. Persons feel like, okay, you're not police. So you basically don't have, for want of a better word, you don't have any clout. So may I really take you on. So when solid waste come for the vehicle, it has an owner because solid waste can arrest me, solid waste ain't got no power. But when solid waste is assisted by somebody with power, the police, these people would comply. And so I don't know if we need to probably create some kind of a working relationship with police, law enforcement, where we could have their backing somehow. I know fire department, we get support from police.
Well, right. Actually, currently we have the support of because we're now undertaking a project.
Yes.
Where we are cleaning up the derelict vehicles. If you have a derelict vehicle, you can let us know. But we are also going community to community, tagging the derelict vehicles, and the police have offered and they have actually come through with their support, especially in the more challenging areas.
Yes, for sure. I know that would work for sure, and the persons they will comply easier that way, rather than solid waste just going by themselves. And as it relates to the dumping of the garbage like white goods and other forms of garbage, paper, whatever, I believe because a lot of it, to me, it is done late in the nights when persons are not around, and they go in areas where it is not populated as much as other places. I live at Shadwell. But Shadwell is becoming a dumping ground because I see it. I take the pictures. I forward the pictures. And so, and I believe, I don't know if it is possible to police these areas, especially if we know that it is a hot spot for dumping. Now, from time to time, we police these areas, see if we see anybody. I don't know.
We have done stakeouts in the past. Yes, I know. Our little wardens have definitely done some stakeouts in the past in more problematic areas. And recently, Shadwell has been a problematic area. I do not know what has caused this, but there's a particular area, and I believe we had a caller call in last week and informed us of the spot. And it's a spot that we have cleaned up several times.
Okay.
And I don't know, I guess they take it as, okay, they're cleaning it up. So clearly it's a dumping ground, but they're not disposing of it during the day. They're definitely doing it at night. And sometimes you don't know when they're going to do it. So you'll have to do a stakeout for a long period of time and so on. So there is a bit of logistics to work out, but we will definitely get to the bottom of it soon, hopefully.
I was thinking, because when I took the pictures and I forwarded them to Solid Waste, I must say the response was really good. The guys came out like, I think it is following day. But in less than 2 days, they were there on site to see what exactly it was that I was reporting. So I must commend Solid Waste for that.
Thank you.
And what I'm thinking, I don't know if it could be more of a community effort to get volunteers involved in the policing side of it. Get persons to, you live in the area, you live in the area, you look out for this area. You see anybody doing any illegal dumping, you don't need to confront them. Just at least maybe if you could get the vehicle number, or if you know who the person is, you could contact the police or Solid Waste and report it, because at the end of the day, it is going to affect everybody. It is going to affect your children, your children's children. And for me, I don't want my children going up in a dirty place. As a matter of fact, the area where they are dumping it is sometimes used by the safaris.
Yes.
During tourism. And if all I'm seeing is garbage, I'm not coming back. So it's going to hurt everybody in the long run. So I would recommend if you could get some volunteers or some persons who are willing
to. There's a time and place to mind people's business.
Yes.
I'm an advocate for minding your own business. However, when it comes to the community and when it comes to the community's safety and health, you can't say I'm minding my own business, because as you spoke about how some of these illegal practices can come back to harm you, you're saying, okay, this person is probably lighting some fires. You know exactly who's lighting the fires, or you know who's dumping the garbage illegally, but you're not doing anything about it because I'm minding my own business. But when somebody lights that fire and that smoke comes to you, it's affecting you, it's affecting your parents, it's affecting your children, it's affecting your neighbors. So at the end of the day, you can't afford to mind your own business, because it will become part of your business eventually. So let's not mind our own business with regards to that. Let's be accountable and let's hold others accountable. Do not put yourself in harm's way. I repeat, do not put yourself in harm's way. Get the person's, as Sergeant Williams said, get the person's plate number. If you recognize who it is, then you can let us know, and you can do it anonymously. You do not have to say who you are.
Yes.
You can call in a tip anonymously. And, of course, our number is 465-9507. You can contact us during the hours of 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can also send emails and so forth. If you have any contact for any person in solid waste, just reach out to us. And we always welcome these tips. We always welcome the information. So just reach out to us, and we will try our best to take action. Yes, so any last tips, any last words for us? Because I was so captivated that I barely said anything. I learned so much today, and I'm sure so did the listening public. So anything else you'd like to share with us, tips, advice?
Well, I think we would have shared a bit. However, I would more like to encourage persons, the community. I mean, take what you have heard this morning. Take it very seriously. You might not be thinking futuristic at this point, but dumping of garbage, there's nothing good that can come out of illegally dumping garbage. Nothing good. It harms, it hurts everyone. And as it relates to the direct vehicles, if you can dispose of your vehicles that you're not going to use and dispose of it properly, it helps your neighbor, it helps you, it helps the fire services, it helps the police, because it increases our response time and we get to persons, places in a much shorter time so that we can render the assistance. So I know this show is called Talking Trash, but the information you received, it is valuable. It is not trash. It is treasure, actually. Indeed. So I would encourage us to take heed. Don't wait until something happens or you get caught. If you're doing it, stop. And a lot of times you are not the one doing it, but you pay someone to do it, and then they take the shortcut. They don't want to go to solid waste to pay any money, so they take a shortcut and they dump it in other places. So persons who are into the business of collecting garbage and disposing garbage, we encourage you to do it properly and do it the correct way.
Yes.
Okay? So that's basically what I would like to share with the listening audience today.
And thank you on their behalf. And the thing is, it's amazing because the tipping fees are so low. It's not to say that it's expensive to dump.
Exactly.
It's so low. It's so reasonable.
Exactly.
Maybe we should raise them, perhaps. Then persons might want to pay. So thank you once again. And yes, there's definitely treasure in trash. And so although, yes, the show is called Talking Trash, but we're definitely talking about, we're giving treasures, we're giving good information. And indeed, I know the listening public is appreciative of you being here and informing us. And we will continue to do so. So guys, you heard it from the source, the expert in his field, 20 years as a fireman, 20 years. That's quite a career. Congratulations.
It is.
Thank you very much. Almost 21.
Almost 21.
November, right?
November 1st.
Oh, wow. That's just right around the corner. So we could just say basically 21 years in the field.
Yeah.
So you heard it. Every second matters in these situations.
It does.
And by removing these elements, we can help save someone's home or even their life. And if we are able to do so by removing these elements, the derelict vehicles and so forth, then we must certainly do so. So capitalize on the free bins that we will be placing in all communities during the upcoming cleanup project. And Once again, if you have derelict vehicles to be moved, just give us a call on 465-9507. Provide your name and location, and we will come and check it out. Thank you to our guest, Mr. Sergeant Williams, and thank you to the listening public for joining us on yet another segment of Talking Trash. And be sure to join us next week, Tuesday, right here at 8:30 a.m. on WinFM 98.9. Have a great week, everyone. I'm your presenter, Nama, and don't forget, waste matters.
Yes, thank you very much. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
If you say you love your little dear country, try to do something positively. Be a watchdog for the environment. Don't leave everything to the government. We dump our garbage anywhere, lit on the streets everywhere. Our behavior is telling me that we really don't care. Take some pride in your country. Volunteer to clean where it's dirty. Tourism development needs a healthy environment. Whenever we litter, we threaten our survival. So those who engage in it should be treated like criminals. So don't be afraid at all if they call you an informer. Report those who endanger our future. So if you really love this blessed land, this situation demands attention. Think about the future generation. Do what we can to preserve this island. The laws for littering we must enforce. We have to let justice take its course. If you are a proud citizen, you have the right, you have a reason to save this land from destruction. You have an obligation to become involved in anything which affects this nation.
The Solid Waste Management Corporation, SWMC, is working hard each and every day to keep St. Kitts clean. Our primary mandate is to collect household waste while maintaining the engineer sanitary landfill in Connery. While it is the responsibility of businesses to see to it that their garbage is properly collected and disposed of at the landfill, the SWMC offers a commercial waste disposal service with our Nosy program. We also offer a bin rental service where persons can rent large bins to do community cleanups or other waste disposal activities. Additionally, our headquarters in Taylor's Range include state-of-the-art conference rooms for rental. So when you're hosting another event, consider using the SWMC conference facilities. We want to continue serving you by keeping our environment clean, because at the SWMC, waste matters. For more information, call our office at 465-9507.
Maybe it's the way the brilliant gold liquid reflects our sunshine, or how the bright blue of its label mirrors the clear Caribbean skies overhead. Maybe it's the fresh, crisp taste of this beastly cold beer on a scorching hot day. Maybe it's even the way it brings us all together. But one thing is for sure, Carib is very much a part of who we are wherever we're from in the Caribbean. Carib, it's the way we play. Drink responsibly.
Here are your Horsford's Value Mart IGA Value Club Blue Tag Independent Special.
Rolling September 9 to September 22nd.
Maria gluten-free pastas, $8.99. Essential Everyday Freezer Bags, $7.99. Purex Liquid Detergent, $12.99. Dannon Activia Light and Fit Yogurt 4-pack, $12.99. Essential Everyday Deli Sliced Cheeses, $8.99. Breyers ice cream, $20.99. And now our very low weekly
Value deals! Essential Everyday Mayonnaise, $9.99. IGA Essential Everyday Cereals, $7.99. IGA Essential Everyday Salad Dressing, $6.99. Arm & Hammer Toothpaste, $12.99. Shop smart, shop value mart. Juan in español.
sea listo y haga sus compras aquí a
Value mart.
Welcome back to Island Tea with your faves, Kevon and Azem, featuring Jade, Gwenisha, CPL Queen Johnson.
Yes, Kevon. Yes, CPL Johnson. You literally got a CPL on your face right now.
Right.
But Kevon, we have a very special guest in the studio with us this morning. I must say I am very happy to have this wonderful lady in studio with us. I don't know. We might get into why she's so special to me, but we'll see.
Clearly, because you don't talk that way about nobody else.
But in the studio we have with us Dr. Sharon Esdale. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Bailey.
How are you doing?
I'm doing very well.
Well, I know that today is important day, and you're here for an important purpose. I think your position is actually the secretary of the St. Kitts branch of the Alzheimer's Association.
Yes, I am the secretary of the Association of Alzheimer's for St. Kitts Nevis.
Oh, wow. So is today of some significance to you guys in your group?
Actually, the month of September is observed as World Alzheimer's Month, and today, the 21st of September, is observed as World Alzheimer's Day.
Oh, wow. So, sometimes it's something that sometimes feels a bit underrepresented. And so I'm happy that not only that there's a day and a month where we really focus on it and highlight it, but that we really do have a local association that deals with, well, tell us a bit about what the association does.
The St. Kitts Nevis Alzheimer's Association, the Alzheimer's Association of St. Kitts and Nevis, we provide support to caregivers and families of persons affected by Alzheimer's disease and other dementias. We, as a support group, was founded on the 24th of July, 2014. We commemorate our 7th anniversary on the 24th of July this year. And in 2019, our association became the 100th member of the world body, which is the Alzheimer's Disease International, short acronym IDA.
Nice.
Oh, ADI, sorry.
Sorry, ADI.
So the ADI is the overarching association which you guys are a member of.
Yes, and I'll tell you some more about the ADI.
Yeah, for sure.
The Alzheimer's Disease International, ADI, is the International Federation of Alzheimer's Association around the world, with headquarters in London, England. It was founded in 1984 to help to fight Alzheimer's disease, which was diagnosed in 1906. It is important to note that Alzheimer's disease is the most common cause of dementia. As the global voice on dementia, ADI designated September of each year to be observed as World Alzheimer's Month, and September 21st to be recognized as World Alzheimer's Day. ADI has acknowledged that tracking dementia requires a truly global and local effort. Therefore, during World Alzheimer's Month, ADI support and work with Alzheimer's and dementia associations in 120 countries, along with people living with dementia, carers, and all relevant organizations to help raise awareness, challenge stigma, and to call for dementia to be the global health priority it needs to be. Hence, ADI's vision is an improved quality of life for the people with dementia and their families throughout the world.
Wow, and it's so important because there's so many of us who have persons whether it's in our family, in our communities, who as they age and get older, experience some of these things, and a lot of times we don't even recognize that that's what's happening.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
It might be a lack of education, or just like you said, it may need to shine a light more on Alzheimer's and dementia, and kind of help us to know how to deal with persons who are even prepare for the fact that we may be there at some point.
We are our parents, because as a lot of us see, our parents are getting older and these things are starting to happen, and because we don't have the tools and we don't have the education, it's difficult for us to navigate this new phase in their life. We may have to be their sole caregiver, or we may have to figure out, okay, where can we take them that can give them the help that they need with this. And I'm not sure, is there places in St. Kitts that has this type of help?
Now, our association is more or less a support group. So we provide persons, caregivers, as well as persons with early onset of Alzheimer's with information and support in terms, whether financially in some areas, or just there to support, to give love and comfort as they go through the process.
Yeah, so...
Now, what every month we got, there's a letter that is sent out by the international organization. And yesterday that letter, or maybe Sunday coming, was supposed to be read in all the churches, most of the churches in our federation. So I have the letter which I'll share, which comes from IDA.
All right, please do.
September is World Alzheimer's Month. This is an international campaign to raise awareness and challenge dementia stigma. Each year, more and more countries are participating in World Alzheimer's Month events, and awareness of dementia is growing, but there is always more to do. Each year, the month has a specific theme. The theme for 2021 is No Alzheimer's /hashtag No Dementia, and that no is KNOW. Dementia is a collective name for progressive brain syndromes that cause deterioration over time of a variety of different brain functions, such as memory, thinking, recognition and learning, planning, and personality. Alzheimer's disease accounts for 60 to 70% of cases of dementia. Stigma surrounding dementia in the region is still a major barrier to people accessing help, advice, and support. We need to get people to talk more comfortably about Alzheimer's disease and dementia. Dementia is one of the most significant global health and social crises in the 21st century, with someone developing it every 3 seconds. But the stigma surrounding it and the lack of available treatment means that people delay talking about it and delay seeking advice and support, hence losing valuable time. Deaths due to dementia more than double between 2000 and 2020, making it the 5th leading cause of global death in 2020, compared to the 14th in 2000. The prevalence of dementia around the world is increasing exponentially, with the number of people living with dementia predicted to triple from 50 million currently to 152 million by 2050. COVID-19 has made life significantly more difficult for persons living with dementia and their caregivers. Over 25% of deaths worldwide this past year from COVID-19 were people living with dementia. As a community, we need to lead the way in reducing the stigma related to dementia. Now more than ever, we need to ensure that our community does not forget Alzheimer's and disease and dementia. Hashtag no Alzheimer's, hashtag no dementia. With knowledge comes understanding, planning, and support. And this communique came from Alzheimer's Disease International, which was sent to all associations worldwide.
Oh, wow. I mean, there were just some things there that were really telling, especially when the letter spoke to the stats and how prevalent.
Every 3 seconds, that one was like.
and it really shows how many persons among us are dealing with dementia and Alzheimer's.
We don't know.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's all because of the stigma. So some people, don't want to let others know that their loved ones is suffering from it. Mm-hmm. And to me, the earlier it is being addressed, the better for both the patient as well as the caregiver.
Yeah, I think what happens is a lot of times we write it off, and you see when you speak about it like a disease, then that's fine, because then it allows you to treat it and to learn and, like you said, know the disease. I think a lot of times we write it off as, oh, they're getting old.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Like,
they just write it off.
Yeah. Oh, it's just age, and it's not as serious as it is.
Mm-hmm. Research has also shown that it has no age barrier, and people used to think that only old persons could experience such disease. But in recent research, there are younger persons in their 40s, in their 30s, beginning to show early signs of Alzheimer's disease.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times, because we don't recognize this, and because, like I said, the stigma attached, we become very dismissive. Mm-hmm. And so, oh, you crazy. Oh, you got sprung out. Them kind of things.
Just any excuse.
To
not deal with what you
to not
really
address
the
reality of the situation, to not address the reality.
Right, but I mean, I'm so happy that you came and spoke to us and the listeners and our viewers this morning, helping to bring awareness to today, to the month, and to the diseases. But the local association, if there's somebody who wants to join or even reach out to you guys, what's the best way for them to do that?
Let me give you some further information about our association before I get to.
Okay, sure.
We have an executive, and our executive comprised of Dr. Joan Rollins, who is the president, Dr. Samuel Rollins, the vice president, Marilyn Clifton, second vice president, Charles Benjamin, treasurer, Gwendolyn Webb, assistant treasurer, yours truly, Dr. Sharon Esdale, secretary, Pamela Brooks, assistant secretary, Hyacinth Gomes, public relations officer, Dr. Samuel Rollins, assistant public relations officer, and group representatives, Susanna Lee and Rita Joseph.
Nice.
Our mission really is to seek to educate caregivers, families, and patients about Alzheimer's disease, as well as to provide information to caregivers, not only on how to cope, but also how to take care of themselves while providing the best care for an improved quality of life for persons with Alzheimer's disease. And I have some statements that I'm going to share because caregivers' statements about the challenges of caregiving. This is a caregiver who is taking care of her mom who has Alzheimer's. It is vital to develop a routine to keep everything as familiar as possible for my mom. I find that there is less confusion and hesitancy when this is done. Another thought she shared, I honestly do not know that I was capable of exercising such patience until I began caring for my mom. Understanding that my mother has absolutely no control over what is happening to her truly helps me to listen to her, even when it is hard to make sense of what she is saying, and let her feel like what she wants and thinks still matters. Last sentiment, caring for my mom is not only physically draining, but it is emotionally draining as well. There are times when I look forward to bedtime before the day is barely started. Knowing how vibrant and free-spirited my mother has always been, it is very hard to see the gradual changes in her personality and energy level that I have grown accustomed to. Oh, how I wish for an affordable drug that could give me back my mom. And these are heartfelt statements coming from a caregiver who is presently taking care of her mom who has the Alzheimer's disease.
And the thing is, I'm sure that there are many people listening who could relate to what she's saying.
To those statements,
yeah,
yes.
For sure. So I think it's really good that we have an association here that's dedicated to helping to support people who are in the situation and people dealing with the disease.
Needed.
Yeah, for sure.
More than needed.
Yes. So the Alzheimer's Association of St. Kitts joins with all the others Alzheimer's Association worldwide in commemorating World Alzheimer's Month, as well as today, World Alzheimer's Day. We will continue our awareness campaign about Alzheimer's disease, as well as to seek to create a better life for persons living with dementia and their caregivers. The members of the Alzheimer's Association of St. Kitts and Nevis extend thanks to all the family caregivers and other caregivers for the work they do. We care for you, and we are here to support you. Now you ask the question how to get to us if persons want to be a part. So we are inviting persons 18 years and over to become members of our association and to join us at our meetings at the Girls Guides headquarters on Taylor's Range on the third Monday of each month from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. You can also participate in our Zoom network meetings by contacting our president, Dr. Joan Rollins, at 760-5182 for the meeting identification number, or for any additional information about the Alzheimer's Association of St. Kitts and Nevis. However, we understand that our planned monthly meeting time may not be convenient for some persons because of work schedule or other commitments. Therefore, we are inviting such individuals to become friends of the Alzheimer's Association of St. Kitts and Nevis. You can give us a call at 760-5182 or 663-9182, or email us at alzskn@gmail.com. You can also learn more about our association by visiting our Facebook page at Alzheimer's Association of St. Kitts and Nevis.
All right, but there's multiple ways, guys, that you could reach out, that you could join, that you could even just get more information about Alzheimer's and the association.
And the work that they're doing.
Well
needed.
Yeah, so please, if you're interested, reach out. And there's no age limit and things.
No,
right?
there's no age limit.
Okay, then.
And we are really trying to recruit younger persons because young persons, I don't know, like maybe you and Jade, some young persons think because they have Alzheimer's, they more think of old people, and they do not want to associate themselves with such an organization because they're thinking it is like a situation where they don't want to associate with people with Alzheimer's. Now you have other organizations here. For instance, you have various cancer groups who support persons who have various cancer diseases. And we also have Diabetic Association, we have other associations. So therefore we're just another one, but we focus on Alzheimer's disease and dementia.
Okay. And like you said, this is something that, yes, it might affect primarily persons as they get older, but it's not limited to that. There's no evidence that persons are seeing early signs of Alzheimer's at a young age. And so this is something that you've been forgetting things, Jade. But no, this is something that we all need to be aware of and really support and just gain the knowledge so that we could be better prepared to either deal with it ourselves or help our loved ones, friends, family, etc. So,
Indeed.
Teacher, I'm very happy that you came and shared this information with us. It's been a real pleasure learning about the association, learning about the disease and all that you guys are doing. Is there any last words before we wrap up?
Yes, I'd just like to say thank you on behalf of the executive and members of the Alzheimer's Association, and on my own behalf to you, Azem, Jade, and Kevon. And for the opportunity to be a guest on your Island Tea Morning show in observance of World Alzheimer's Day. Thank you.
You're most welcome.
Well,
our pleasure for sure.
Indeed. And
you are welcome back anytime you have information and you want to share with the general public. You know how to reach us, and we will be happy to accommodate you.
Well, actually, my president, Dr. Joan Rollins, she has been here several times on Voices. So she's here. She shared the information about the more academic and technical aspects of Alzheimer's. I am just here to kind of commemorate the day and by encouraging others to join us and let it know who we are and where we are.
All right.
Yeah, and good morning to Joan Rollins, because she's actually listening. She's actually listening online right now.
She is.
She actually made a comment and said that today's Alzheimer's Disease International has released its annual report, which presents very useful information about dementia worldwide. So guys, there's the information out there. if you're interested, especially if you believe that there's someone in your circle that may be experiencing some of the symptoms of dementia, feel free to go out and look at the information, or even just contact our local Alzheimer's Association of St. Kitts and Nevis for more information. But again, and you see, this is the thing, I was telling Jade, it's very difficult for me to refer to teachers, especially ones that I love so much, by their married names. So in my mind, you still mistook it there. Like. But yeah, it's been such a pleasure. So thank you so much for coming through again.
You're welcome, Mr. Bailey, and thank you both for having me.
Our pleasure.
I have leaving with you a brochure with
We
some information which you can put on your bulletin board in relation to Alzheimer's and our contact information as well.
All right.
Okay, sweet. So we could put that in the comments for everyone to see. I appreciate it so much.
And thank you again. Have a blessed day and continue to do the good work that you enjoy doing. I listen to your show from time to time, and I'm always inspired.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much.
Thanks. Guys, we're going to take a short break and be right back with more Island Tea right here on Media SKN. Stay locked, stay tuned, don't go away.
Your favorite fruit has got a new skin with real juice within. Drink the real Fruta. Enjoy the real joy.
Taste the real Fruta. Enjoy the real Fruta. Refreshing juice of every day is Fruta.
Fruta, juiced right.
Campari, grapefruit, easy for we. Brother, he no hard it, easy for we. Campari, he no cup, easy for we. Brother, he no hard it, easy for we. Add the Campari with the grapefruit soda. That easy, bitter had the pre. Simple mixer, easy 1 3. Campari, grapefruit, that easy for we. If you mix a Campari grapefruit, add 1 part Campari to 3 parts grapefruit soda. Drink at the bar, on the beach, or when a girl reach. Must be 18 years or older to drink. Drink responsibly.
Welcome back to Island Tea with your faves, Kevon and Azem, featuring Jade, Gwen, CPL Johnson.
Indeed. Is that your name?
Every time
why would he not call you by your name?
So here's the thing. So since we have such an issue about it, Jade, we're just going to add all the other names back on, and we're going to also include CPL.
It's alright, so do I one. As usual.
This is Jade, Gwenisha, Gwyneth Paltrow, Gwen, Ibita, CPL
Johnson.
Hi.
Has a nice ring to it.
Sure. We'll go with that. Yo, I'm
CPL
hungry.
Johnson.
Oh my god.
What?
I am hungry, Azem. A piece of hunger
Me
just
too.
hit me.
You just slap across your face.
Bye, I'll have to run out.
Yeah, by hunger choosing violence today, bye.
And yeah, I'm hungry too. That's why I have oatmeal in front of me.
Like,
Just
your
watching.
belly sound like what it would have sound like if people was on the Titanic. No, trust me, if you hear it, you know
The
exactly
screams
Boy, I can hear the people.
of despair.
It's all rough in Azem's stomach right now, man. But yes, we're here, we're back. We have some good stuff now, like, because, you know.
Yeah, can you choose the things, so don't say it's good stuff.
Yeah, right.
Go ahead.
You hear me belly just now?
That's what I was?
Yeah.
You're gonna see the race car passing outside. I could have swear it was like a Mazda.
Oh my god, what
a
is
Mazda 6
happening?
outside or something.
We barely sound terrible. We need to eat.
Wow.
We need to eat. Anyway. Wow.
Leg.
That go.
Just continue.
You say arm, so I say leg.
Oh, I was about to say, I think it's time to give the people a COVID update. Although we don't have the one for yesterday, I think we have the one from Sunday. Yeah, Kevon, give the, y'all still sing the song? Or do the little...
What, tea time?
No, not that one. Kevon, let's do his news anchor voice.
Oh, the COVID report?
Yes.
Oh, welcome to your... Wait, what day? Let me check the date on it first because...
It's the 19th. 19th?
The 19th. Welcome to your Sunday, 19th of September, 2021 COVID situation report, number 537.
So much of them? Yeah. I don't
Confirmed cases within the last 24 hours stands at 6. I don't know how to feel about that.
I feel like it's a typo, but anyway,
I just feel like they only were able to get through 6 because
that's why I said I don't know how to feel about that.
Maybe.
The total number of cases that we've had since the beginning of the pandemic stands at 1,680.
Okay.
Number of cases between St. Kitts and Nevis is that for St. Kitts we have 1,366. Nevis they are at 314. Active cases is now at 724.
I still cannot believe the Nevis number,
Wait, one moment. I'm doing it wrong too because... Ooh.
Like, I truly cannot... Like, St. Kitts number is not shocking me. But every time I see Nevis, right? Because they went from 20 to 300. And unfortunately, we had another death.
It's a lot. Yeah, so recovered cases, we at 946. But our death toll has increased yet again, and our death toll now stands at 10.
This is why I don't get the people. Anyway, we want to start the conversation because we probably be all there.
Yeah, we can start another one though.
Which one?
Guess what America did?
Oh,
the same thing that everybody else been doing.
Yeah, but you're not about studying everybody else. They're studying America.
America did to itself what it was doing to what everyone did to it. Okay.
Basically.
So, the U.S. is now going to require foreign visitors to be fully vaccinated. So, President Joe Biden will ease foreign travel restrictions into the U.S. beginning in November, when his administration will require all foreign nationals flying into the country to be fully vaccinated. All foreign travelers flying into the U.S. will be needed to demonstrate proof of vaccination before boarding flights, as well as a proof of a negative COVID-19 test taken within 3 days of the flight. This is what the White House COVID-19 coordinator Jeff Zients, who announced the new policies, which is his statements on Monday. Biden will also tighten testing rules for unvaccinated American citizens who will need to be tested within a day before departure into the U.S., as well as upon their return. Fully vaccinated passengers will not be required to quarantine. The new policy replaces a patchwork of travel restrictions first instituted by President Donald Trump last year and then tightened by Biden last year, which also included restricted travel by non-citizens to the United Kingdom, European Union, China, India, and a few other countries. Biden will also require airlines to collect contact information from international travelers to facilitate contact tracing. So,
all who are saying, I'm taking the vaccine until I got to travel, I ain't taking it unless I have to travel. Well,
here we are.
Here you are. Not we, but here you are.
You know, the funny thing is,
they're going to find another excuse.
You know, all the people them know who know, like, was on the whole, like, how the country could mandate these things. Remember when we did it, there were a lot of people who were talking about how the country could do that, how the country could do that, how the country could do that, and whatever, and ting.
Mm-hmm.
And now America do it all of a sudden, like, oh, it ain't serious.
Oh, it's not.
It's like no, America do it like all of a sudden it makes sense. Like no, the rest of the world
okay.
been doing
like
this.
It's like oh, they do it, so now it's okay.
Yeah.
No. Listen, if this makes y'all go out and choose differently, well then.
No, people just be like, oh, but me gonna go America. The question is like.
Well, yeah, I just said yeah, okay.
But you can get to the point when you're just gonna walk out. Well, I just ain't going nowhere.
Listen.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
I think it's a beautiful
Well,
place.
It is.
The thing
quite
is, you know,
lovely.
Neve, I would say Neve is right there, but Neve is about to shut y'all off again because.
Yeah, man. Look, y'all realize, I don't know if y'all was paying attention, but after the mandatory vaccination that was implemented in Antigua, y'all see the lines of people lining up now to get vaccinated? It's quite interesting. I saw some pictures yesterday.
I mean, that's to be expected.
People like, okay, now it's time to actually do.
Yeah, because they don't have a choice anymore.
Boy.
So
Yeah,
that means
well, you know, we see it happening everywhere.
Take away the choice?
We've also seen, like, in the US,
Not my solution, but-
Not mine either, but you know.
We've also seen in the US that there's an increase in vaccine turnouts, a little burst again, because back in August, I think late August, they mandated, they said, you know, you can't dine in places without providing proof of vaccination. So all like establishments had to start requesting to see vaccination status before seating people, because they could be fined like $5,000 if some, what you call them, a COVID waffinger comes in and sees and you know, does a check and realize that people are sitting here that are not vaccinated. So
wow. But yeah, I think there's a lot of things that driving that. I think people, one, there were some people who were just kind of like, I'm gonna wait and see, and then so it's coming up on 9, 8, 9, 10 months almost. Now that the vaccine been available, and they're looking at other people and realize that they don't have a third eye yet. Some people literally tell me like, yeah, I was just kind of waiting. I ask them how long. I say maybe 6 to 8 months, and then if people okay and whatever, then yeah, I'll take it. So I think that's some of it. I think some of it is that you have places that having some serious waves again.
I don't even know when the waves stop here. It's like,
no, the waves are ebb and flow. It's not like, in other words, it's like the sea don't dry up. The waves will just get higher and low, like high tide and low tide.
y'all, I don't know if y'all paid attention to it, but remember when they had, I think it was the last briefing when they put out the numbers for the hot locations in St. Kitts? What Bassett try to win?
Bassett is kind of like the most densely populated, so it kind of makes sense.
I know, but still, we got to win at everything. Like, I think sometimes we just need to.
Sandy Point people would disagree. That Bassett wins at everything.
I don't want anybody to win at this. I truly want to. I mean, if 6 is the total from Sunday, right? Can we have another 6?
You know the thing that's funny to me about
when
this,
we get it?
You know the funny thing about the situation.
I think people let Bobby Island win.
Yeah, they're doing it right now.
Yeah.
But you know the thing that's interesting to me about the numbers.
What?
How is it that the active cases, right, seem to just be creeping up so closely to the recovered cases?
I don't understand data, and I don't like it. I don't like it here.
We're getting it at a vastly higher rate than we're recovering. That's what going on there.
Yeah, because every time we get reports, like 50 people have COVID, which means that's another 50. What do you mean?
They said they want. They said don't shut down, don't do nothing like. But if the thing is that means that people.
They said they want COVID.
No, Jade. If the virus moves and people move, and you're saying don't stop people from moving, then you're saying let the virus move. A lot of people saying let's just deal with it. Like that's basically the sentiments. Let's deal with it. We have to learn to live with it. That kind of thing. All right, saying the same thing. Let COVID proliferate, and then we just kind of see where it goes. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. And like that's my argument, you know. And I'm just waiting until we get some examples. Mm-hmm. My argument will be like this. Like everybody know I was one of them who was on the lockdown train, right?
Yeah, you were. Mm-hmm.
The purpose for that is until I see a change in the procedures that happen when you get COVID, I don't understand the whole like economy argument. I don't understand it. I'm sorry. If people who's tested positive for COVID have to isolate and quarantine, right? Mm-hmm. And people who come in contact with those people also have to isolate and quarantine. In some cases for up to 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. Those people aren't working anyway. Mm-hmm. If half the population home What the economy doing?
Ask me neither.
If the schools them closing down still,
Literally.
like what are doing for the education? Like
until you just close, right?
This let me tell you something. Until you get to the point where you could go to work with COVID, that argument about not shutting down an economy and small business and so, it don't make sense to me. Because all it does now is that the same small businesses have to close down because the virus is proliferating, and those people home, and you can't expect any kind of relief from the government because it's not mandated. The government off the hook. The government is now off the hook. We don't have to give no relief, no nothing. We ain't locked down the place. It just happened that people wasn't taking care of themselves. That's all happening now. The government now is just off the hook.
Because the government has also provided everything that they need for you all to be safe, and
precisely the government
off the hook
to
do it.
That's all this is.
Shoot again. Well, Saigo, buddy. I don't know what
the numbers will keep rising, and to be honest, I think people kind of.
You think that?
Not that I don't think they like it. It's not like something they like, but it's like they figure that's just what it's gonna be.
Yeah, I think that most people see it as a part of life now.
Right, but again, it can't be a part of life if when you get it, you then have to go isolate for 2 weeks. You see what I'm saying? Because it's just home. Business is closing down because somebody who works there tested positive.
Bye.
People can't go work because they're in isolation. People can't go work because the children home. So like, all this talk about like, it's almost like, for me, it's almost like how you want to deal with it. And I don't think I don't know if I'm in a position to say what's right or wrong, but it's like you want everybody just kind of get it at the same time. And then we just kind of have this slowdown in the economy that nobody really wants to acknowledge because it's not government mandated. Or you want to take it in stages where you could manage. So like okay, we get to this point, guys, time for us to close down again. And so be able to manage the spread, manage the impact, manage health resources, manage all that. We ain't to that point yet, thankfully. We're into the point where, and I hope we don't get there. Because this is one of them things I would love to be proven wrong about. Like, I would love to be proven wrong about that. But for me, just looking on, watching what's going on in Grenada, watching what's going on in Antigua, like this whole argument about like, don't lock down and don't this, it making no sense. Everybody home anyway. Like people home anyway. All these departments closed. We already have departments and things closing here all the time. Where there's schools, where there's sheds up the port, where there's companies in town. Things closing anywhere.
School, just online. I just waiting for them to
ICCS gone back to online for
fully.
It's for the whole school or just some of the grades?
Let me tell you the statement.
But at least some of them gone back.
I think it's a few.
Yeah, I don't think it's the whole school.
Let me see if I could find it.
Yeah.
Because I swear I read that statement too.
So I guess it's just how you want to do it. That's my thing. You want to do it where everybody get it one time and then
it says the Immaculate Conception Catholic School Board, in light of recent COVID-19 related issues which have impacted our institution, has made a decision effective Monday 20th September to move all in caps and underlined students to remote learning until further notice.
I mean all?
All.
Mm-hmm.
All in caps and underlined.
You know when you caps and underline. So yeah, so that was going on. So the whole school closed down, but we in a lockdown, yeah? But everybody home.
No.
Everybody home, but we in a lockdown. How you explain that?
In a lockdown. It's just in a lockdown. It's just like a gentle.
And the numbers keep going up. You know what I mean? So think about it this way, Kevon. You have active cases, 700 and something. That's 700 and something people who home right now for 2 weeks. And then the contacts of those people either home for a day or 2 weeks. So how much contacts that is? How much people home right now? That's what you want to know. How much people home right now? But we ain't in a lockdown, yeah? And next week can be more people. But we ain't in a lockdown. Anyway, I just said let me know until people start to see what's going on, see?
Well, Saigo friend.
Everybody making all kind of arguments and I just can't see it. I don't understand.
Stressful.
Somebody said I won't come back home, but they're thinking of selling their house as the island is going backwards by 5 years. Well, Jesus.
I wish you the best with
I
that.
disagree. But okay.
I do as well. I mean, I know we're not making all the right decisions here, but Lord, to say we're going backwards by 5 years. That's a bit harsh.
Well, I guess they know why they say so.
Yeah, maybe they have some information that we don't have.
What was happening 5 years ago?
You know, what was 5 years ago? What year are we in? 2021?
5 years ago was what, 2016, 2017?
2016 was a good year, what do you mean?
Yeah.
2016 was a
We could have
2016 was trash.
We was out there living life, we had events, we were making money as them. You know.
Hey,
if I had to choose,
when you make the man go back and say we're going back by 35 years,
I feel like that would be most appropriate anyway, so you know.
Oh boy.
That would be most appropriate.
Oh boy.
Anyway, where else we go? I mean, you know, before we have 5 minutes, so we could talk about in 5 minutes.
Hopefully improving and all the
Oh, we could talk about this. I have a little something we could talk about. It's more Azem driven. No, there's a little market for grapes.
Hey.
So apparently there are some luxury grapes from Japan that can cost you quite the penny.
I know them.
So grown only in Japan. It's called Ruby Roman grapes, and they can sell for between
Jade,
$90 to $450.
For what?
For a bunch.
Let me say this again. For a bunch of grapes, they can sell. They can be sold from anywhere between $90 to $450. The grapes are evaluated on 3 qualities: their uniform color,
right,
the size of the grapes, and the taste, which all impact the final value of the grapes themselves.
Jade,
Ruby Romans were developed.
No, because it explains why it's expensive.
There's nothing that can explain why a grape is $450 as if it's a grape.
So in 2020, though, one of the bunches of grapes sold at an auction for $12,000.
One bunch.
Which means that each grape costed about $400. Each grape on that bunch was worth $400.
Right, I told you I tasted one.
Why tell it? You eat a $450 grape?
No, I would be lying, but I want to.
So you're going to
I can't lie though. The grapes are quite pretty. The grapes are actually
they're
very
huge and they're
very
juicy. They're so
visually.
juicy, right? You just literally, if you like just peel the skin, it just like starts running juice.
Yeah, I still ain't seen the $450, but okay.
It's not about the grape. It's
What-
about
what
what
do you mean?
it's about what goes into produce. That's what people don't understand, you know. The thing itself isn't
yeah.
where the cost comes from. The price comes from the cost to produce.
Because
I have this all the time. I have this
the
especially
production of the grapes. Yeah,
This is-
It's-
yeah, this
the
is
one
interesting.
the one grape is about 4 times larger than a regular grape, so it's a big grape, and the care that goes into making sure those grapes mature is ridiculous. They have like a color chart where they check the grape colors to make sure the grape is at this perfect point.
You know,
and
you know what you should do, Jade? There's this series that's run by Business Insider on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
It's called So
It's actually
Expensive.
Business Insider's article.
Oh, it's Business Insider article. So so like
What do you want to know? The name of the grape again?
It's called a Ruby Red. What? Ruby
Roman.
What?
Ruby Roman.
Roman Ruby.
Yeah,
Is it Ruby Roman? Or?
450.
Wait, let me put it up again.
I will live in $450 grape now.
Yeah, Ruby Roman
How can I
grapes.
think something, but
Japanese
y'all out
Ruby
there
Roman
producing
grapes.
$450 grapes?
Great, that ain't nothing. Like people literally like the things that people produce. Like, okay, why are Persian rugs so expensive? There are Persian rugs that sell for millions of dollars. Literally, it's a rug, you're gonna walk on it. But it's what goes into it. It's just like this. See, this is an argument that I just have all the time. You know, the the story about this guy whose car wouldn't start, and he called all these mechanics. He called all these mechanics to come and whatever, to come and check the car, and they're doing all kind of things trying to get the car to work. And then he calls this mechanic, and the mechanic come and say, "Yo, let me see what's going on here." And like within 10 seconds, the mechanic goes, "Bro, you're driving a Nissan, it's a Toyota key." And then charge him man like $500. And the man said, "Boss,
you waste my time." Well, no.
No, ain't no waste of time. No. I just fix what you couldn't fix. based on my knowledge. Like, it's like you're not paying me for the time I came
Not just
here.
that too.
You're paying
But
me
the fact
for
that nobody else could figure it out.
nobody else could figure it out, and the fact that I am a specialist in this field.
Oh boy.
Like, it's all the years of experience. Not saying that you have to go to school or whatever to learn
I think I need to start to charge. So there's some people, some businesses, some people that I work for. But anyway, that's another conversation. I'm sorry, SH. It's because of my thick mask. My mask is a bit thick today.
She got mask voice.
She's on a heavy level of muffle.
Yes. Extremely
She flexing her CPL tokens, so she's.
That's not why. This is the first mask I saw this morning.
Jade, come in here like the CPL mascot this morning.
Why? You're only on a CPL. You're going on like a full CPL.
No, watch you. First thing.
Oh, my God.
She got a full CPL bag. Right? That's one. I don't understand what happened. Jade just went to one CPL bubble. Jade started to wear sneakers. I never even know Jade own a pair of sneakers until this morning.
It's true. I know Jade to wear the flats.
Jade come up here in sneakers and socks. I'm like, you're hanging with athletes too much.
What is it?
Jade, I've never seen you in sneakers.
Well, you're putting business on the road. Suppose I got to come and tell me to win.
Were you doing squats? I don't understand.
I don't comfortably. You don't know my life. You don't know my life. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Oh boy, Azem, never will. Azem, you don't know my life. Don't do that.
Jade, let me see your sneakers. Let me see.
No.
Well, in the spirit of grapes and sneakers, Jay has a bone to pick.
Yeah. It's real quick. Something that we didn't get to discuss because I was busy. But I want to say shame on that company who tried to rob the people, the athletes. Apparently.
Oh, somebody was telling me a bit about this. I don't know the story.
It was confirmed. One of my bosses confirmed.
Tell me more.
One day, I don't remember which day, a security company was hired to guard. And they helped themselves to some things that didn't belong to them, and they were caught and fired. Shame. Why would you do that?
So hold on. Let me put it in even deeper context. Let me just confirm this. Watch it. No. You're saying this and a company. Like, people try to rob people all the time. I think what's special about this particular situation is it was a security company.
People were supposed to guard something.
The guards. You know they always ask, who gonna guard the guard?
Well, this is why. This is why they ask, because like what y'all was doing, man.
Who will guard the guard? Who gonna watch the watchman? Apparently a ring camera.
Oh man, boy! When I read the story first, I said, "Oh man, this got to be a lie," because I could not believe it. I said, "No, this is one of them things that I made up." Them, because they that does make up things and send them on WhatsApp. So I was like, "What I mean, WhatsApp aunties probably make up this and send it around." So I just do, and my good boss next to me. So I said,
"This real?"
He said, "Yeah." I said, "What?"
The thing about it though, you see the sad part about it is that now the company has a bad rep, which probably might just come down to a few of the employees, just overdoing it.
As a security company, you can't justify this, You can't justify this to no other client. You just have to change from a security company now.
Yeah, this can be rough to come back from.
Yeah, because
especially something so publicized like the CPL.
Bro, we always go with people and things like, all right.
Yeah, if it was like the sound company and somebody who work at the sound company thief a bag, it'd have been like one thing.
I mean,
it'd have been bad, but like it's like it might not impact the way you do business going forward. But like a security company, like that, they're rough by. Yeah, that owner there.
Disappointed.
And the thing is, like, can you like, as the owner, let's say the owner decided like, you totally crash my entire business, like, how and I take some kind of legal, like, the person probably ain't have it.
No.
To give you like,
I'm pretty sure they don't.
Like you can't. How
my thing is now it just tarnishes the business because it makes me feel like
that's what I'm saying.
If I'm a security company and my security staff are stealing, I mean, what's this? Why are we security in the first place?
That they're off by.
Cause we can't even secure the job. Anyway.
Secure the bag though.
They tried. They tried.
Couldn't even secure the bag.
Boy, I wonder what's gonna happen to them.
Who is them? The company or the person?
The people. The thieves.
Well.
Shame.
Hey. That's why when our mother asks her, you put them there?
Not to come up.
You put them there? You need to learn and listen to your mommy here.
Yeah, clearly didn't have the parents we had because, you know.
You put them there?
Yeah. We're going to, General, we're going to talk about the Haitian story tomorrow because we literally out of time. It is 10:01, which means we have to leave this place.
Go long about with business.
Yes.
Go long.
Yes. So.
I've been in Nevis.
Too long, clearly. But yes, we will wrap up now, guys, because we have to leave. Yes.
Kevon now is making those faces when he says things like go long.
Kevon, you want to take us out? Because...
Anyway, yes, hurry up because I can't.
Alright, well, guys, it's been a pleasure. Beyond measure.
Pleasure beyond measure.
In the words of the musical genius himself, Sir Mr. World, we gotta go. We gotta disembark. But yeah, guys, it's been a pleasure.
If I come back for what?
Jade, your life now makes much more sense than it ever did. Welcome back, and we're welcome.
Okay, friend.
So yeah, guys, it's been a pleasure. Thank you guys for tuning in with us this morning. Yeah, we missed yesterday, but it was a holiday and we holidayed.
Yes.
But we'll be back tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that.
Yes.
Until Friday, 8 to 10, right here with Media SKN, both on YouTube, Facebook, and you could check us out on their website. And of course, it's 98.9 on your FM dial. But before we leave, we always have to hear from the man himself. The Duke of Frigate by the Prosecco Papi, the freak of neatness, the chapstick Don, the slim god, Fet Von, Prosecco Papi, Kevon Hanley.
Because remember that you can't be everyone's cup of tea because you is not a mug. We will see you tomorrow.